What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Shannon Sharpe is a very peculiar man. I remember him on the days of those Broncos with Terrell Davis and, John Elway, people like that, Ed McCaffrey at receiver, Mike Shanahan. I remember him, during those times. And, of course, we didn't know as much about athletes as we do now. Now that he's retired, he's even more popular than when he was on the field. But there was one thing that I think a lot of us already knew about Shannon Sharpe was he pretty much for the most part only dated white women. That was the thing. He does have black daughters like many years ago, but for the most part, Shannon Sharpe, aka Unc, is in the snow, right? And he's had to talk about that many times.
Why people think I only date white women?
I ain't say you only date white women, but white women come and clutch on to them most bound with a career. You understand? And there ain't no judgment either. They go out, they see you the gold mine.
But I ain't always have muscles though.
But you had athleticism. you always been a big nigga, the biggest goddamn tight end in the game.
I've always been behind.
I know you born like that. Yeah. Niggas in Georgia come right out the dirt like that. Everybody, babies come out with muscles.
And also, even with Monique.
Shannon Sharpe don't mess with black women.
My grandmother told me something when I was a little boy. She said, boy, never chase a lie.
Come on.
I got black kids.
That's what I said. I said them babies black.
Now let's add the fact that people thought that Shannon Sharpe was gay, and we already know about the fake Instagram live and him accidentally going live. He wanted people to know that he could actually clap cheeks and that whole stunt, which really looked really bad for him, right? We already know that. But the reality of it all is that Shannon Sharpe is, like I said, known for sleeping with white women, only dating them, possibly being bisexual, okay? Then politically, a lot of brothers don't really respect him in the politics world. And then also when it comes to the Caitlin Clark, he's really been on her line, giving her a lot of props. Some folk think that she overrated, but hey, she did win Rookie of the Year. She does put out a lot of people, buy a lot of tickets to WNBA because she's out there, right? I'll give her that. She's a class act. But what really put a lot of black women over the top was Shannon Sharpe's continuous praise for Caitlin Clark.
See, what the women were trying to say is that because we're talking about Caitlin Clark, right, it diminishes what Lisa Leslie, what Cheryl Swoop, no, it does not. They did that, and it cannot be taken away. You can praise Patrick Mahomes without diminishing Tom Brady. Give that woman her props, because she brought more eyes than anybody in the history that's ever played in the league, whether you like it or not. Look at the sales. It speaks for themselves. Y'all make it seem like the girl was a bum, but y'all still want to talk this foolishness. She deserved to be on the Olympic team, and you can't convince me otherwise. But now you ain't saying, she's playing really well. That ain't what you were saying then. Y'all know who I'm talking to. I ain't gonna call your name, but you know who you were. Caitlin Clark is the real deal. She can actually play at an elite level. Unanimous Rookie of the Year.
So this spilled over into Twitter, okay? Black Twitter is very, very liberal. It can be. And the fact that Shannon Sharpe is speaking his mind, basically so many folks, get upset, they troll him. And again, that's what happens, man. People troll you when you are a superstar or they ask you questions. And you know what you got the ability to do? You can just not talk to them, okay? You cannot bother them, all right? You don't have to respond to any of them. But that's not what they do, okay? Now, I want to read this thread that's going, popular on Twitter. So Shannon Sharpe tweets out, "That's your issue, not mine. I have no issue with anything I've said in regards to WNBA and its players past or present." So you heard that clip. He was talking about, hey, this is how I feel. Don't take it away from them. And you have Terrence, Spike T joint. "My issue is Shannon Sharpe never speaks on the disrespect the rest of the women of the NBA experience always defending Caitlyn. And then this lady, Ungodly West, oh, I'm sure you don't. Now, Shannon Sharpe says, why are you on my page? Don't you have another horse to rob of his hair? Stop trying to kill my vibe, okay? Now, let me just say this, because a lot of people do not like this. They're saying this Shannon Sharpe is sassy, and you'll see some sisters are getting upset, right? One thing the WNBA showed me this season was the true Shannon Sharpe. Supporting that man is something I'll never do again. Horsehair is crazy. We really saw our black commentators use racism, misogyny, and hate to promote the WNBA all over someone new. This other lady goes, Megan Thee Stallion's real hair, by the way. Shannon Muscle Hair Sharpe is an anti-black for immediately assuming a black woman is using horsehair. Black women too can have long, healthy hair, almost 60 years. Speaking like that is disgusting. Luca Vandross, Shannon Sharpe using horsehair as a diss, tells me he has been in the vicinity of a black woman since 1996. And you see this here. That jigga, Shannon Sharpe, doesn't even hide his hatred for black women anymore. That jigga go look for a horse for you next weave. So let me kind of talk about this. It seems like, again, I'm a critic of black women's weaves and stuff, but y'all know me, long as they thick. You know, I'm not gonna turn down nobody because they got a weave. In fact, I actually like some of them long weaves on the low because I like to pull them from the back. But that's another story, brother. You didn't hear what you heard. You didn't hear what you heard, brother. You didn't hear that, brother. You didn't hear that, brother. Okay, but let me get in all seriousness. Shannon, you would not say this about a Jewish woman, Asian woman, or your favorite, the white woman. The lady is not saying anything disrespectful in that tweet. She is not saying anything rude. She ain't calling you no names. And don't you have a horse to rob? Let me tell you this. I've been very critical of Shannon Sharpe. Do you know who's been defending him and your alleged sexuality? It's been black women. Shannon Sharpe got a lot of black female fans. A lot of black women be in my comments like, yo, you need to stop hating on Shannon. I wonder what they think about this. And again, I know that some brothers don't like weaves, okay, but not every sister wear weaves. A lot of them wear some kind of weaves or wigs. You know, women, they kind of just go back and forth with their hair and things like that. But what does that got to do with the argument, though? Like, that's only something you would say about somebody that you really dislike or you really hate, by the way. Like, I would not even think about bringing that up. Like, I'm talking to some woman and she's black and, you know what I'm saying? And, well, what's why you got on some weave and sandals? I mean, seriously, I would never say anything like that. Like, I just could not say that. It sounds so stupid and the self-hatred is so high. It's like, come on, bro. And don't get me wrong. Like, we all make mistakes. I've made plenty of mistakes. Don't get me wrong. I mean, hey, you know, I've made a lot of mistakes here on YouTube with my commentary saying silly things or whatever. But at a certain point, you're supposed to learn and grow from that, brother. You're supposed to learn and grow from that. And talking about the women and talking about somebody got a weave just because they're giving an opinion, that's beyond neath a man. And that's what somebody who, like they're saying, somebody who got a sassy attitude would do. We're not trying to say this is somebody's sexuality here, but you know, when you talk about like you're a dude that likes women, you know, and you're manly, this is what leaves a lot to be desired because of that sassy ass response, and you're a grown ass man. Shannon Sharpe is just very emotional. All right, very. He doesn't think things through. And again, if you know you don't like women anymore, I mean, things like that can prove the point. And again, you're just very petty to be on there saying something like that. And just because he didn't delete the post either, it now has 7 million views. He didn't delete it. He left it up there. And the reason why he did not delete it is because he knows it ain't gonna be no consequences for it. But he can't say it about nobody else. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.